Stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Tuesday, September 7th. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, come up to that microphone over there and tell us who you are, where you live, and we will hear you out. Could I have the roll call, please?
Peter?
Here.
Kinsvater?
Here.
Lehman?
Here.
Uva?
Here.
Laporte?
Here.
Paul?
Here.
Bolt?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm going to ask for a motion to make two changes to the agenda. Part one will be to remove under consent agenda the Zoning Board of Appeals minutes of July 21st. And the second part will be add C to ordinances resolution, introduce sewer ordinance.
So moved. Support.
Call the roll. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We'll go to consent agenda. City Council minutes of August 16, 2021, special and regular meetings, recommendation approved, and the Golf Commission resignation accept with regrets.
Motion to approve A and C as presented.
Support.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have a proclamation this evening. This is American Legion Day 2021. Whereas the American Legion was chartered by Congress on September 16th, 1919 as a wartime veterans organization based on the four pillars of Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation: national security, Americanism, and children and youth. And whereas over the years the American Legion has become a preeminent community service organization which now numbers more than 2 million members, men and women, over 14,000 American Legion posts worldwide, including the Charles J. Fulton Post 382 in St. Clair, Michigan, providing a variety of programs that support the four pillars and benefit our community's veterans, its service members, their families, the youth of America, and its citizens. And whereas the members of the American Legion, Charles J. Fulton Post 382, chartered in 1947, are dedicated to upholding the ideals of freedom and democracy while working to make a difference in the lives of fellow Americans. And whereas the 2021 observance of American Legion Day nationally provides an opportunity to recognize Legionnaires for their many contributions to our community. Therefore, I, William Cedar Jr., Mayor, City of St. Clair, Michigan, do hereby proclaim September 16th, 2021 American Legion Day. I do hereby set my hand and cause the corporate seal of the City of St. Clair to be affixed to her this 7th day of September, 2021. Dave, do you want to accept this proclamation on behalf of the...
Sure, yes.
Thank you, sir. Go to number 6, ordinance and resolution A. Resolution 2127, lot combine Clinton Avenue. Is that you?
Your Honor, before you this evening is a lot combination request and a lot split request, two resolutions to accomplish each. Our city assessor is here this evening to answer any questions you may have about the process and procedures, and I believe her written recommendation to approve both of these was included in your packet.
Make a motion to approve.
Are we doing it separately?
Separately, yes.
Do them separate? I'll make the motion to approve.
Great.
This is combining, right?
The first,
The combining,
the
yeah.
combined one first.
Support.
All right, the motion's been made. Supporters, questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Paul?
Yes.
Bolt?
Yes.
Kinsvater?
Yes.
Lehman?
Yes.
Uva?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Resolution adopted, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to B, Resolution 2128, last split South 6th Street. What do we got on this one?
This is a split versus combination for 302 South 6th Street.
I'd make a motion to approve. Planning has reviewed them both, and we agreed.
Support.
All right, made and supported. Questions? Call the roll, please.
Bolt?
Yes.
Kinsvater?
Yes.
Lehman?
Yes.
Koopa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Adopted, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, let's go to C, introduce the sewer ordinance. Mr. Rothy.
Yes, Your Honor. This evening, we are going to be introducing the sewer use ordinance as part of our efforts to create an industrial pretreatment program, which is what we need to do in order to accept and regulate industrial wastewater coming from the Magna Electric Vehicle Structures plant. One of the things we have to do with this program is to provide sufficient legal authority in order to undertake all the various compliance and enforcement actions associated with a industrial pretreatment program. This sewer ordinance was prepared with our consulting engineer Fishbeck, special legal counsel George Davis out of Grand Rapids, and has been extensively reviewed and approved by Eagle themselves. And all have concluded that this ordinance, when adopted, gives the city the sufficient legal authority it needs to enforce our industrial pretreatment program. So with that, I'm happy to answer any other questions. I'm looking for a motion to introduce the ordinance this evening.
Is this specific to that corridor or the entire?
It's the city's entire jurisdiction and any and all industrial users that may be located in both the city and any jurisdictions we service, such as St. Clair Township.
This is the introduction. In 2 weeks, we'll be coming back for
final approval.
final approval.
Mr. Downey, did you look through it at all?
I did. It's very lengthy, very technical. Mr. Davis did the heavy lifting on it. I told Mr. Rothy when he sent it to me last week that I would give it just a scrub just to make sure I had some awareness of it. But yeah, it's a particularly technical ordinance, and I'm satisfied based on Mr. Davis's experience and reputation and Eagle's approval of it that everything's in order.
I would move to accept it, to approve it.
All right. Do I have support for that?
Support.
All right, the motion's made, support. Is there any questions, comments, concerns? All right, call the roll, please.
Kinsfater,
Yes.
Seaman,
Yes.
Kufa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Volt,
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes.
Ordinance introduced.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go number 7. Courts Administration, Mr. Rothy, what do you got?
A few items this evening. First, for anybody who may be watching at home later on, and for council here, still trying to get together with Linda with MDOT, so she was on vacation most of last week on M29. I know the traffic engineers began laying out the options we discussed at our workshop, so didn't get a chance to follow up with Linda today, but we'll definitely do so and have something for your consideration at the next council meeting. I want to remind everybody that trash pickup this week will be Friday instead of the usual day on Thursday. Also have good news regarding the American Rescue Plan funds. We received a word last week that our application to receive the funds has been approved by the Treasury. We should have the money within 30 days. The first installment, the total amount to be received over the next year, again, half coming in 30 days and half coming about a year later, is $552,545. So a little bit more than $500,000. Definitely think we should talk about uses for this and like to do so at a future city council meeting. Lastly, I wanted to just make our community aware that the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners voted recently to begin implementing a gypsy moth treatment program. They're working with Friends of the St. Clair River and MSU Extension. And one of the steps, the first thing that they're trying to do is the information gathering. So if you know anybody who has been impacted by gypsy moths in any way, shape, or form, there is a survey that they are strongly encouraged to fill out. It's available on the county website, and it'll help, again, build data and figure out what an appropriate regional solution looks like. I know I took a few calls about people in gypsy moths, so I just want to get the word out there that the county is working on a regional solution. And I encourage everybody to take this survey to share their experience if they had an experience. With that, that is all I have to report this evening.
Any questions for Mr. Rothy?
I got one, Bill. Wastewater plant, one, the problems that were down there, is that fixed, or is that temporarily fixed, or is that permanently fixed? What exactly went on down there?
There was a pipe blockage which led to a pipe rupture. The section of pipe that had ruptured was replaced, and the blockage was removed. We are evaluating, the pipe definitely was, being probably original to the plant, 40 years old, it definitely was in rough condition, so we're actively working with our engineer to figure out if more extensive replacement or rehabilitation is needed. But the issue that occurred a few weeks ago, which needed that lengthy repair, is all taken care of.
Anybody else? Mr. Downey, you got anything
I have
tonight?
nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Right. Any city departments here tonight? Have anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a quick reminder that council did approve charter amendments. Everything has been approved through the different state levels. So there will be a special election held in the city of St. Clair on November 2nd. Absent voter applications will be mailed out tomorrow, and ballots will be available by the end of this month. Thank you.
Thank you. D, authorities, boards, commissions, committee chairs, anything? We have no unfinished business. Let's go to new business number 9. A, accept proposal for 2021-22 property and liability insurance renewal. Rothy, what do you got?
Council, before you this evening is the annual renewal for our insurance with the MML Michigan Municipal League Liability and Property Pool. Seek a motion to approve the coverage. Clerk Sturdy did most of the legwork on the actual renewal process. Both of us are available to answer questions you may have.
So our premium went up $5,900, but our payback premium is going to be $6,300? Is that correct? They raised it $559, but we're getting back $63?
Yes, because that actually still shows a slight increase in what we're paying for our premium. So yes,
Okay.
in the total amount.
I'd like to make the motion to approve it, but I'd also like to put in motion that, I talked to Warren this morning about it, that this goes out for bid next year.
I'll support that.
So your motion is to approve this, but in
But I'd like
the
to see,
same
next year, I'd like
motion?
to see a bid come back with it. Next time it's renewed, I'd like to see a bid, put this out for bid and so we got something to compare it with.
Okay, so it's all one motion.
The whole nation, yeah.
All right.
Take it in one motion.
All right, has anybody supported that?
Mitch,
Supported it.
All right, the motion's been made and supported. Any questions or comments?
My name?
Yes, I have a comment. In 2019, the property and liability renewal was put out to bid. We did have one other proposal. The proposals were very close in price. Ultimately, MML was chosen because of our relationship with them, and they were the lowest bidder. So I just wanted to remind council that it was put out to bid in 2019. It would be my recommendation to wait a minimum of 3 years, which would put us at August of 2022, I believe. So the renewal information comes to me in August, and it is due back to them by the end of September. So just to give you all a timeline of when that would occur.
How much is involved in this process as far as when you get these MML bids from them to do this? I mean,
It is very involved. It takes about 3 months to put together the proposal, gather the information. Because basically, when somebody's interested in proposing, I need to supply all of the current information, and they ask for census and, equipment and every single thing that deals with the city that we have coverage for. The interested bidders request information from me. So it's about a 3-month process from the time the bid goes out to getting the information to those interested and then bringing it before council.
we did that in 2019.
We did.
All right, the motion's been made and supported to approve this agreement, then but at the same time, ask for a bid process next year. All right. Any other questions or comments? I think my comment's going to be simply that I do want to approve this, but I'm not sure every 2 years needs to be bid. I wouldn't mind like every 3 or 4 years, because if it's 3 months process, 2 years is a quick turnaround. That's my opinion.
Are we approving the insurance for 21 or for 22?
This insurance is for 21 to 22, so October 1st through September 30th of 22.
So is your recommendation to go through every 3 years?
Minimum of 3 years. It doesn't really change too much. The equipment that the city purchases, of course, changes our liability coverage, but the events that the city puts on hasn't changed in years, so that liability really doesn't change too much. So really, to bid it out would literally be the rate that is proposed to city council.
You're advising that you're putting this out for bid next fall, per schedule. Oh, you said 2022?
And I think that's what his motion was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the motion is to put it out next year, and if it's 3 years from 2019, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, actually, thank you, is that 3 years? Or would that be 4 years of 21, 23?
22, 23. It's really 4 years, I would think. It's 3 or 4. However you want to figure it.
I guess my point was, it sounds like you're scheduling to have that done next year, and it marries with the request that was just presented for us to do that, so timing seems to work well for that. So.
So your motion is to put it out to bid in 2022.
Next year, next
Next
renewal.
year,
I'd like
that's
to
what he
see it,
said,
be bid out for next year, next renewal.
And you're saying that every 3 or 4 years works better for...
2022 would be 3
The longer
years.
the better,
correct?
because it's a lot of work, and it really doesn't change too much.
Yeah.
So,
My thing is, it's $100,000. That's my concern with it.
How many potential companies are out there that insure municipalities? I mean, there's got to be more than 2.
there's a couple, but again, we only had one other bid last time, and it was put out on the MML website and my bid, and it was put out, communicated extensively, and we received one other bid. So just another point, I'd rather have it next year than an election year, so if you would like to do it next year, that would be better than 23, 24. So,
Thank you. All right, let's call the roll then. Thank you for that input.
you're welcome. Kleeman,
Yes.
Kufa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Volz,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
D, approved purchase of 2022 F-250.
Yes, Your Honor, the 2022 fiscal year capital budget plan for the replacement of the water plant truck. Current truck is a 2002 Dodge Ram 1500 4x4 with approximately 94,000 miles on it. When we went out for this purchase, we went through the My Deal program, as we're typically and historically able to secure the best pricing for this equipment using that program. We also specifically looked at models that were available quicker than our normal 6 to 8 month lead time we've been experiencing, such as the police vehicles that we've been purchasing and the previous truck for the DPW department. So again, I think we have here a very good option. It's a 2022 Ford F-250 with quick availability and a price of $28,661. Just for reference, we did plan to spend $35,000 on this purchase, so definitely, comes in under our budgeted amount, and I am recommending we approve through the My Deal purchasing program for signature for Ford.
So moved.
Support. Right, motion made, support. Questions?
I got a question. Warren, I talked to you this morning, and I asked you about if this truck is coming off the lot, or is this actually going to be ordered and built for the city? Find anything out?
We, if it's not right on the lot, the availability is imminent from the supplier. That's the best I could do in the last few hours. Again, our intention was, we have, it's a light duty truck now, Ram 1500. The lead times and the prices on those newer vehicles, with the chip shortage and everything, was actually higher than this available model that they had. Some, whether it was existing inventory or inventory that at the time we were inquiring, would quickly become available.
No decision on the old one yet?
The old one, I think, would be best suited to serve as a extra vehicle for City Hall. We have a lot of employees now who are out and about, so we only have one vehicle to service them now. So that's kind of the direction we'd like to go there. We could definitely make use of it, though.
Are we planning on plowing snow with this vehicle?
We haven't normally done snowplow with the truck it's replacing. However, it's only a $250 option, and with the flexibility when you're buying a piece of equipment that'll last, again, our current one's 19 years old, it's a 2002, we thought it would be a good option to have just to, kind of future-proof, the fleets, and it also came at the request of the water plant staff directly that this option be added on there.
Is that with the plow, Warren, or just a spot to hook it on?
Just the place to attach the plow.
They'd have to buy a plow down the road.
Potentially, it could be possible. I'm not sure what our existing inventory of plows is, but we could, potentially, we might have one that we could fit for it without having to buy a new one.
Made a motion yet?
Yes.
Any other questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Kufa?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Volz?
Yes.
Kinsfater?
Yep.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, C, approve MERS Defined Contribution Plan Adoption Agreement Addendum.
Yes, Your Honor. In the previously settled collective bargaining agreement with the POLC, one of the stipulations in there was a change to the defined contribution plan that's offered to new hires who are not eligible for the pension. That change increased the, we went from the previous police defined contribution plan to what I'm calling the AFSCME model, where there is an automatic city contribution as well as a city match on employee contributions. This document would, if adopted, would essentially accomplish that change that was already approved in the collective bargaining agreement, but we have to bring it before City Council for approval.
I don't
Council
see
receive
it.
a copy of the agreement?
No.
Did you email it by chance?
Yeah, I did. I don't think
Yeah.
I emailed it to you, I
I
think.
missed it in the, yeah, I have a copy of it, but it's not in the packet.
Can we table it?
Your time constraint?
No, we can make it, we can do the retroactive, contribution if need be.
I'd make a motion to table.
Or
The motion is made to table the MERS Defined Contribution Plan. Any questions? Call the roll to table, please.
Laporte?
Yes.
Hall?
Yes.
Volz?
Yes.
Kinsfater?
yes.
Kleeman?
Yes.
Kufa?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. Boards and Commission is D. I have 2 appointments to our Golf Commission. Dan McCartney and Abe Lieber to fulfill the remainder of 2 4-year terms that expire December 31st, 2021.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? E, special events permit, St. Mary's Fall Festival. Chief?
I received all the paperwork for St. Mary's Annual Festival to be held September 24th through the 26th.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Special events permit for St. Clair Chamber of Commerce Halloween Night, Christmas Market, Icy Bazaar.
And I received this request from the chamber, and there's a lot of them on here. I'll read them just so the people listening can, but they've requested Halloween nights on October 15th through the 29th, a Halloween parade on the 29th, a Halloween lantern walk on the 23rd at Gregg Park, and then a Christmas market November 26th through the 28th, December 3rd through the 5th, December 10th through the 12th, December 17th through the 19th in the plaza. Santa will be at Wastewater on the December 11th and 12th. A holiday lantern walk at Gregg Park on December 18th. Then there's going to be holiday lights, same as the businesses light up from November 19th through January 31st. And Icy Bazaar for January 21st through the 24th in the plaza and other businesses. Ice carvings, live music, fireworks for January 22nd. And I think that's all of them.
Motion to approve.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any questions? I'm sorry.
I had one, Bill.
Yes, I'm sorry.
On the second page here, if it pertains to us or not. We're asking for use of the common area in the wall.
Yeah.
That
The,
don't pertain to us, right?
that's the courtyard, right? Yeah, no, that's just between them and the plaza people.
All right, thank you.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Brian. D is 10 is claims of the council August 18th, August 26th, and September 2nd.
Make a motion to approve as presented, Your Honor.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 11 is public comment. Anybody have anything non-agenda for the good of the cause out there? All right, we'll go to number 12, Mayor and Council. I have for sure one thing I just want to make sure everyone realizes. Tom Shorkey passed away, brother of our Harbor Master Dave Shorkey, and certainly Tom Shorkey was a city school superintendent for years. I think he actually hired me, believe it or not. So he passed away, and he was just a good, solid man. He also worked on Channel 6 doing some different sports programs. So he'll be missed.
Oh, my God.
Does anybody else have anything?
Hearing nothing else, Your Honor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Have a good night.
I oppose.
Be careful.